Showtime.
Showtime? Oh, yeah.
But I think you can watch the first season, hopefully still right now on Prime.
Okay. I can definitely find it.
Yeah. All right.
Why did they cancel it?
They didn't tell us. They were obviously you could hear in the statement it was super respectful. I don't know if it was most likely probably views declined or something, or because they just aired season 2 in February when this was right before COVID hit and things were kind of weird. I don't know if it was just like a bad time for them to have released it, but of course I'm pretty sure it has to do with like people not enough people watching. Mm-hmm. Moving on, M. Night Shyamalan and Universal have added iconic actor Gael Garcia Bernal to the growing list of talent for a new untitled thriller scheduled for release next July.
Ooh. Interesting.
I know Diego, yeah, his best friend.
My boy. That's my boy right there. Shout out.
I guess it's weird. I think it's back in like January, February, Universal had said that M. Night Shyamalan's actually working on 2 projects. And the most current one, obviously, is the one that Gael signed on, the one that's going to come out first. But that's crazy that he's working on 2 films right now. Another bit of news. A new take on the killer shark subgenre comes in the form of a new thriller called From the Depths. The film explores the psychological aftermath of a shark attack.
Oh, cool.
That's cool. That's different.
Yeah, so basically you like the beginning of the movie, she gets attacked, whatever. She loses a couple members of her family, and the whole movie's about her being terrorized by she sees a
shark,
like hallucinations.
Oh,
so
feeling like PTSD.
Yeah, but it's kind of like it's in the vein of like American Werewolf in London, where like the family members she lost come and they're like fucking talking to her, but they're all dead and gnarly. Like, oh it's your fault that I fucking died, and like crazy shit like that.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And like sharks showing up in swimming pools, and like it fucking looks nuts, dude.
That's my nightmare.
Wes Craven's Vampire in Brooklyn from '95 is finally getting a Blu-ray release. Paramount will drop the film on September 15th for anybody who's interested out there. Eddie Murphy, Angela Bassett, Wes Craven, horror comedy, pretty classic.
I vaguely remember that movie. I remember watching a little bit of it. Maybe I was just really young, so I didn't understand it or like finish it.
Grasp it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts. It has like the vampire effects are very like Buffy, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's exciting. I'm glad a lot of these movies that have been overlooked for so many years are getting their
attention,
their due. Like with the 4K scans and stuff like that. Because it's like, there's some like trash movies that are on Blu-ray, and like these good movies aren't on Blu-ray yet. Like it's weird.
Yeah. They should definitely like the Blu-ray company should get into that, like classics. I don't know why they're just lagging on that. Like they could definitely boost up performances in those older movies that we all love. They definitely could.
For sure. And that's it. If you guys want to head into the next segment.
All right, do it.
And now it's time for the weekly recommendations.
All right, James, Rex, what'd you watch this week?
All right. So something actually watched this with Jordan, and I forgot how it's cheesy, but it's still pretty good. It's the Scooby-Doo movie with like the live action one that came out in was it 2002?
Yeah, Matthew Lillard.
Yeah, and Freddie Prinze Jr. and
Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah, those. I actually enjoyed it. It was pretty funny. There's definitely a lot of adult themed like jokes in that, even though it's Scooby-Doo. And I found myself laughing a lot when Jordan was kind of just looking at me like, "Why are you laughing?" But yeah, I tend to do that a lot with things that he watches too, that are like there's still like adult jokes in some like kid shows, and I think that's actually funny that's like around or like happening. So yeah, just the one that's the only thing that I've really recently watched that's kind of new. So just the Scooby-Doo the movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go next, dude. Did you guys already talk? I don't want to bring up a rec back to back, but the Old Guard that just came out, dude.
I've not watched it yet. It looks insane.
The Old Guard, I just watched it. I had time. My cousin came. Actually, this is how it went down. This is how good it was for him. And for me, I thought it was good, but he might have just overdriven the hype. But it is good. He came to my house and it was like, "Have you watched The Old Guard yet?" We were outside just chilling. Like, we weren't even like supposed to watch a movie. And this guy was just like, "Have you watched The Old Guard? Let's put it on right now. It's only a 2-hour movie. You have time." And I was like, all right. And then I watched it and I was like, and it was really good. It had, and of course, it had badass female Charlize Theron. Of course, the movie had a good pace of action and a lot of good shit, dude. Like, you'll like it because what he was always challenging me on, he's like, "Yeah, I bet you can't guess what happened." Like, every scene, I was like, I tried to guess, but I was wrong a lot most of the time. So it's a good film to watch. The Old Guard. I highly recommended it. This one.
So I got two. One is on the newly formed platform that debuted last week, Peacock.
Okay.
And if you guys don't know, you could get Peacock for free. And I think premium, if you do it for a year, is like $30. Just a super steal. And I think it's like $5 a month if you get it. But it's Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I know we've talked about it a couple of times on the show and stuff, but recently I was interested. I was like, man, I haven't seen this movie in a minute, dude. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it again, and it's like literally tells some of my life adventures and stuff.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
It's so funny.
When I see it makes me want to go have fun.
Right? Like, it's just like, oh man, like, it's just like such a trip.
They're really loose. Dude.
Yeah, and then the next one is actually on HBO Max. It's Batman and Harley Quinn, the animated series. I've been hearing really good stuff, and I always thought, oh man, like, I guess I'll give it a try, whatever. But it's actually it's funny because it's PG-13, but it has like really adult themes in it, and it made me kind of cringe watching this movie, because if one of my little nephews would have walked in on certain parts, I would have been like, oh shit, like like dang, like I don't think they should be watching that. But it's a really fun movie, and
I think I know what scene you're talking about.
Yeah,
there's a very adult themed scene in that movie.
Yeah, but it's such a good movie, dude. It made me laugh. It was funny. It was cool. If you're able to get Peacock, it's for free. There's certain movies and shows, and it's super cheap. So yeah, go check those out. Fear and Loathing on Peacock, and then Batman and Harley Quinn on HBO Max.
Nice.
All right, so I have two for you guys, and they are also on HBO Max. The first one is called The Kitchen, starring Melissa McCarthy, Elizabeth Moss, Tiffany Haddish, and Domhnall Gleeson. Basically, it's about three women who decide to take over their husband's business in the Irish Mafia after the men are sent to prison. It's based upon the graphic novel from DC. Incredibly underrated film. It has like a 26 on Rotten, but this is great. A great film. I don't know what it is that people are hating on. Maybe because it's like all female leads or something, but man, it's pretty stunning, dude. It's great. And very surprising too. A lot of crazy shit goes on in there.
Yeah, y'all's making me want to buy the HBO Max, dude.
You should do. Check it out.
Some solid items or movies and stuff on there.
Yeah, they really hit it out the park with HBO Max.
Would it be better for me to just add it on Hulu or just get it the platform itself?
I would check to see the difference of prices because I don't know the difference on Hulu through Hulu or not.
Yeah, I definitely got to get into that. I wouldn't mind like upgrading it, or if that's what it takes, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. And then another one, also on Max, it's called Angus from 1995.
Yeah, dude, yes.
Basically, Angus is a high school misfit trying to find a way to work up the courage to talk to the girl he's admired for years, but her jock boyfriend has plans of his own. It's a mid-90s classic. James Van Der Beek. Do I need to say any more?
Yeah, dude. You can never go with Van Der Bitch.
Yeah, Angus is amazing because it plays on. I feel like men are still going through how do you say like thick women now are being a lot more accepted, like through culture, like in general. But men, like thick men, are not. You know what I mean? There's still like this stigma of, oh, he's gross or he's fucking disgusting. You know what I mean? And that's a sad thing. And for some people, it's like everyday life. And this film kind of tackles that perfectly.
Yeah, big boys need love too, okay?
Ooh. You may not like me in the summer, but the winter, ooh, that's my time.
Oh, yeah.
That's my time.
I stay on hot.
Cuddle me timber, bro. Cuddle me timber.
No shame in my game, bro.
No.
I ain't shaming, bro. I'm not ashamed, bro.
Right?
I'm like, don't let this beer belly fool you.
We uplift the spirit around here.
You guys ready for James's focus of the week?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now for the movie focus of the week.
All right, so this week we're talking about Death Sentence. It's rated R. It's from 2007. It's a thriller revenge subgenre. Runs at 1 hour and 51 minutes, and it's got a disappointing somehow 21 on Rotten. Directed.
Yep.
Go ahead.
No, I was just laughing about the 21 on Ron.
21, dude. But to keep going. Directed by the always amazing James Wan, who's had a prolific career since this film. Written by Ian Mackenzie Jeffers, starring Kevin Bacon, Kelly Preston, R.I.P., Garrett Hedlund, Aisha Tyler, John Goodman, Matt O'Leary, Jordan Garrett, and Stuart Lafferty. Death Sentence is loosely based on a novel of the same name by author Brian Garfield. Although the film is quite different from the book, cinematically it's able to achieve brilliance within its revenge subgenre roots. Sadly, the film failed at the box office when it was first released on August 31st, 2007, which could have been in part by questionable marketing as a horror flick and intensely negative critic reactions. The film collectively adds tension with its somber and rather simple score from Charlie Clouser, coupled with a potboiler story set in South Carolina and following Nicholas Hume, a normal father with a steady career and ideal family, and his ever-growing descent into madness after a ruthless gang targets his son for a gang ritual. After the justice system fails to bring forth any kind of closure, Nicholas decides to retaliate in secret, which brings dire consequences for all parties involved. Overall, Death Sentence is a condensed thriller that packs some very effective punches, showcasing just how talented Wan is, or was, as a filmmaker early in his career. Most importantly, the film seems to push the anti-violence narrative by asking the question, how far does one stray from their moral compass in order to protect what's theirs? Thank you.
Nice.
Nice, dude. Perfectly put.
That was a good one.
So, James, with that being said,
Yes.
what what made you pick this film? Finally, pick this film as a main focus.